What up, Dokkanners? So I know that there's some confusion on how to run the Goku Black clones event thing, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk you guys through how to do it. Currently, there is an infinite boost thing going on for about 14 hours. That doesn't matter so much. But let's just talk about how this works. Essentially, what's going on here is you have to go through and you have to fight the type that you are trying to get copies for. In order to do that, you have to go through multiple phases of hordes of enemies. But remember, above all else, this is a story event. This is not a challenge event, so this is not actually difficult at all. The only thing I guess that is troublesome for people is understanding what you need to do. So like, for example, in this video, we're gonna go for the STR phase. So as you can see on the left here, the map layout shows 5 different Goku Black figures. So depending on which character you're trying to farm up copies for, ideally you wanna go for all of them, you would go to that stage. So we're gonna go to the second one from the right. That's gonna be the STR one. In the STR fight, we're gonna be fighting hordes of Goku Black enemies, and we have to clear 3 phases. If we clear the 3rd phase in a special way, we will unlock the secret 4th phase. And that 4th phase is where you have a chance to get the special version of the Goku Black clone. There are 2 different characters. There's the Goku Black clone that just stands normally, and then there's a special alternate art that is named the exact same, has the exact same stats and everything. But if you're trying to collect all of them, you're gonna wanna push for that. So that's essentially how this works. So let me just, instead of telling you, let me show you. All the strategy comes from your items. So what you're trying to do is you want to create a full field of orbs so that you can pick up at least 20, because 20 is the mission that is required. They want you to collect 20 orbs, STR orbs against the STR Goku clone army. They want you to pick up 20 physical orbs against the physical army. They want you to clear this multiple times. They want you to do 77 million damage. That part is easy because these guys are wimps, so that's not going to be a problem. So since we're going to be taking on the STR, what we want to do is we want to bring orb changing items. So assuming you want to change ultimately all blue spheres to red, we're going to bring this item. But then in order to get all spheres to turn into blue, we have to bring whatever item turns everything into blue. All greens turn into blue with the oolong, so you could do that. And then all items or all orbs to turn to green, you would need this one to turn all purples to green, so we would do that. And then to turn all items to purple, or all orbs to purple, we would need the poor item. So it's basically just the poor and oolong items that will help you do this. What I was doing was I was running 3 of these in a chain, and then I was also bringing the random orb changer. You could also do this. This one's more RNG based, but as long as you pick up 20 orbs in the 2 turns that it takes for you to kill the 3rd phase, you'll be fine. So here's our squad. Team doesn't matter. Bring whatever you want. It could be a strong team. It could be, well, you probably don't want to bring like an ultra weak team, but something like a 170% team, I would imagine would be totally fine. So this first round doesn't matter. Let's just kill him. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. People are casually doing 99 million. Like it's not that challenging at all. And you can also just space out the missions. If you're just trying to focus on doing the mission that requires the orb collections, don't even worry about the damage. That can be the last thing that you do. I guess the most difficult part of this whole thing is the tediousness of it. Because if you are genuinely someone who wants to collect both iterations of the Goku clone army, then you're gonna want to do this more than just the few times that you need to do the missions. Okay, so here we'll put the Daima Goku right there. 10th anniversary team works great. Everyone should have at least 1 copy of the Goku. Goku does, you know, multiple attacks in slot 2. It's only 4 or 5 enemies you got to worry about between 2 turns. It's not going to be tough at all. Wait, how did I get my 77 million? Now that I'm thinking about it, who did I use? Oh, you know what? That's okay. So if you are trying to get the 77 million, another easy way to do it is the random nuking item that I was talking about, like the Manaka costume or the takoyaki item. those are also nuking items. So if you use one of those and you create a full field of orbs, you'll get crazy attack boost, and then that'll be your ticket to your 77 million. That's how I did it. Yeah. All right, so now we're on phase 3. We are fighting 5 enemies. Now, knowing my squad and how juiced up they are, they're probably going to kill them on this turn. So we don't have a second turn to worry about. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to ultimately get a full field of orbs. So we're going to start with this. We're going to change all key spheres from orange to purple because we want to then change the purple ones to green. So let's start with this. All orange orbs are going to change to purple. Okay. Now we're going to change the purple orbs to green. Okay, now we're going to change the greens to blue. Okay, and then we're going to change the blues to red. And up, there you go. We have not picked, okay, so we're actually picking up 16 orbs, 16 STR orbs here. The rainbow key spheres, I think, don't count. So we're just going to pick all that up. And then if anything, we'll just run it again. We'll just do the exact same thing again. So change all the orange to purple. And then change the purple to green. Then change the green to blue. Change the blue to red. Now this is overkill. You don't have to do all this because we only needed 2 orbs. So we would have been done. But I'm just showing you the process. So there you go. Shabam! We just picked up like 34 orbs. You don't get anything from picking up more than you need. So once you get your 20... you don't have to worry about it. Now we're just going to sweep and we're going to murder these guys. I don't even think Kefla's going to do anything. I think it'll just be Goku. 1, 2. The slap is going to kill. Look at that. The slap kills him. Not a challenge. All right. We picked up our 20 plus orbs of the matching type. That's the extra gimmick here. You got to match the orb of the enemy you're fighting. And because of it, we're going to get a special cutscene. Look at that. Oh. Lost your steam already? Go ahead. Keep trying until you finally realize how powerless you are.
Okay.
And now we just kill him. Do whatever you want. Just kill him. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we do that. And notice how the art is different. So if you care, then you're going to do this more until you get enough copies for both. The missions, I believe, give you enough to rainbow each version of the clone. But as far as farming up the super attack for free, either one works for the other at 50% capacity. So you don't necessarily have to go to get 10 copies of the alternate art because the drop rate is not that. I don't know what the drop rate is. You sometimes might get it, sometimes you don't. I myself care. I want to have all of them rainbowed. So I'm going to have a full clone army of the main art and the alternate art fully rainbowed. And you know what? I did all my special friend summons, so I've got 1 billion Kais. So if I really don't want to infuse super attacks with these various Goku Black clones, I'll just use the Kais that I got from my free friend summons. So we got a bunch of stuff in the drops. So let's go ahead and check out and see what we got. Sometimes if you get lucky, you can get the alternate art in here. I've done that, I think, twice. Let's see if we can get it on the STR. Hey, we did. I got 2 of each. That's also because I did a boosted run. So if you don't have boosts, you can't do that. Also, they do have unique equips. So more reason to do this event, because if there's a certain equip that you want to be giving to these guys, there's 10 of them. So if you want to give a level 6 additional and defense +3 to each of them, you're gonna have to farm out 10 of these. So that will also be part of the grinding process. But you know what? It's the best new free-to-play team in the game. I think it's worth it. And that's it. I did that very easily in one go. And now all I have to do is do it again for the physical and I will be done. In fact, you know what? That's what we're gonna... Oh, crap. Wait. Okay, so the end game is you want to get all physical. We want to change it all to orange. So we want this. How do we get all the orbs from red to orange? You got to get blue to red. How do we get everything to blue? We need to change green to blue. How do we get everything to green? We have to change purple to green. There we go. There's our full orb. Now let's skip ahead. Phase 3. All right, so let's do it again. What do we got to do first? If we're trying to get all orbs from red to orange, we got to get to red. How do we get to red? We got to have all blue. How do we get blue? We got to have all green. How do we get green? We got to have purple. So we start with this. Turn all purple to green. All right. Then we turn all green to blue.
All right.
Then we turn blue to red.
All right.
And then we turn red to orange. And there you go. Look at that. In fact, you know what? I'm going to put Kefla here. All right, so we are picking up 23 orbs, with 3 of them being rainbow key spheres. We are done. We have accomplished our goal. We have all 20 orbs picked up, and now we just have to clear the turn, which we absolutely will. So let's just do it. And if by some chance we don't kill these guys, we do not have to pick up more physical orbs on the second turn. All we just have to do is just kill him. We got to make sure we kill him in 2 turns, which is I think you have to try to fail. Like, I don't think it's possible to actually fail that. It's a story event. Like, it's supposed to be incredibly easy. And there we go. We picked up our 20. And now we get the special cutscene. There he is. And now we have the secret 4th phase here again. You don't have to worry about anything. Just kill them all. Kill them dead. And that's what we do. All done. Looks like we only got 1 character drop, and then we got a bunch of orbs. So let's go ahead and see what we got. And I think clearing each of them, like assuming you do the missions for each typing successfully on your first try, I think 5 runs clears the whole thing. So this just got me the 1 copy. I did not get the alternate art of the physical Goku Black clone. We got more of the equips. So now let's take a look at all the missions. Did we clear everything? We've cleared... Oh, I have to run it 8 times. Okay, so I gotta do it a few more times. And I also have to clear the event 3 times. In order to do this mission, you simply don't pick up the 20 orbs. You just go through the motion and you kill all 3 phases in 1 turn each, and the fight will just end. So that'll be easy to do. In fact, you know what? Let me just do it real quick. All right, so we cleared the 3 phases. We did not pick up any physical orbs to try to get that number 20. We cleared it in 3 turns. Do we have any chance at getting the alternate art from this? I think the answer is no. Yep. I just got more from the boosted runs, and there you go. Got more missions cleared. So hopefully that clears things up for some people. I know there's some confusion about this, but hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. It's all about the items. Team doesn't matter. If you got AoEs, bring those. It'll just make it quicker, but ultimately it's all about the items. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously leave a like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on this event. Do you like the quirkiness of this event and what it takes to do it? There's no real challenge whatsoever other than just orchestrating the item use. So let me know your thoughts overall about this. Which version of the art do you like more? The alternate art or the original? Which of the typings in the alternate art do you like more? Let me know in the comments down below. My favorite is int. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let YouTube know you want to see more of us. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.